Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to read CSV file. I'll show you two approach. One is using the Python inbuilt, you can say, library, which is CSV library. Another one is I am going to use pandas, which is, you can say, external library you can download into your system and you can configure into your project and you can use it. Okay, so when to use CSV internal library and when to use this pandas external library, that is something you can see. I'll show you quickly. I do have the document. So here you can see that when your use case is very small or you're just exploring how to use your CSV file, how to read, how to write, right? And if another case is if you want to read your all the data row by row, if you want to fetch the data row by row, or if you want to update some data, you want to write some data. So in that case, you can use the CSV library. Okay, and you do not want the external library to be installed into your project, or if such kind of requirements are there, so you can go it with the CSV approach. Another thing is if you are working with a large number of data set, okay, you are working with millions of data set, right? So in that case, millions of rows of data, right? So in that case, definitely you should definitely go with the pandas library. This pandas library is mainly used for your data analytics. Okay, and data analytics, data science people use this pandas library for, you can say, that there are different reasons. You can say cleaning, there are joinings of aggregation, performing filterings, all these operations. If you need to perform without writing external code, without writing code by yourself, that pandas library is for you. Okay, it is going to ease up your job, right? So that's what about pandas, CSV and pandas, right? So let me quickly show you the data that I have and I'm going to read it. So you can see here inside of data folder, I have a file called users.csv. I'm going to read this file. This is the set of users, and I do have a column here, four columns. You can say ID, name, age, and city. These are the four columns I'm going to read from my code. So let me quickly go inside my src file reader. I'm going to create one more Python file. Let's say CSV file reader. Okay, so this is the Python file I'm going to create. Here I'm going to use the first of all I need to import CSV library. So I'll say import CSV library. Now I can open the file. So you can see open, and you need to pass the path of your file. So your file is there in two backslash. So and then I do have the location called as data, and instead of this I do have the file users.csv. That is the location of my file, right? PHP, and then I want to open it in read mode. So I'll say mode is equal to read R. So that's it, and then I'll be opening it as if, okay, if, or you can say file. That is completely okay. Now I will be using this CSV, this module, and from this module there is a method, or you can say function, is reader function. With that I'll be using over here. So I'll say reader is equal to CSV dot reader. Okay, here I need to pass the name of the file. So this file object I have passed. After this is the reader which is going to contain your complete CSV file. Okay, now by using for loop, I can iterate and I can print all the data. So if I use the for loop, you can see by using for loop, I can iterate each and every row of this CSV file and I can print. Now let me run this code. If I go to console and if I see src and then I want to go to that location, append cd src, this is the location. Instead of this, I want to run my Python file. So you can see as soon as I have run the code, it is printing me all the rows from that Python file, isn't it? From the CSV file. Now let us see how you can work with the pandas library. Same thing we are going to do. So let me create one more Python file. So you can say CSV read by pandas. Okay, dot UI. So this is the pandas file. Here I want to import the library. First of all, import pandas. Put pandas as PD, as PD, as PD. Okay. So here, first of all, you need to understand this is an external library which is not directly available with your Python library. So if it is not, if it is giving you an error, then you what you can do, you can import, you can install that library. Okay, to install, you can use pip install pip install pandas. That's it. Once the installation is done, you are able to use you can import the library into your project, and after that you can start writing your code. So your code will be like pd or df, which is used for data frame, and you can see pd dot read. There are multiple methods. If you see over here, if I say pd dot read, and then you can see we have a lot of methods. Pd dot read, read csv, read excel, read, you can see other file format like json, html. Like you can see multiple file format over there. You can use, um, as per your file format, you can use that method. So for me, I'm going to read csv file. So here also I'm going to pass the path of the file. So that is this is the path, right? Where my file is present. Now that's it. Let's say I want to print the data what we have there in the file. So for printing, I can use print statement. I can directly print df, and it will give me the result in a tabular format. Right now you can see what is the format is like this way, right? Now let me run this code once again. So I'm going to run one, not this one. So read, you can say csv underscore read by pandas. Now see the difference. So once I'm printing the file content from pandas library, and how your CSV library is. CSV library is, and every entry is an array, right? But in pandas it is just like a row and column, nothing but pandas. This is the data frame. So data frame is containing your rows, which is starting from index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this way, and it is giving you the columns also, ID, name, age, and city. So that is how the beautifulness of your pandas library. Now let's say instead of printing the complete table data, what I want to print, I want to print the top 5 rows, right? So you can call this head method. There is a head method that you can call, and you can print the top 5 rows. So if I call this once again, you can see it is just printing top 5 rows. Similarly, let's say I want to print top 2 rows, right? If I say top 2, so what it is going to print, it is going to print me top 2 rows. Can you see now this one? Similarly, we have a tail method over is there. Okay, so if you say print, and then I want to print df dot tail, let's say df dot tail. By default, it is going to always print the last 5 results. But if you want to pass any number of count, so it will going to print you last 3 results. Let me clear this output from here, and now if I run this file, you can see now it is printing the last 3 rows from your table, right? So this is how you can utilize your data frame by using pandas library. And also let me show you one very good example. Let's say I want to filter, right? So I want to filter, let's say print the users whose age is greater or equals 30. Okay, so this is my requirement. What is my requirement? My requirement is I need to print all the users whose age is either greater than 30 or 30. So what I can do, it is very simple by using Python pandas library. So let's say you can give a name, new frame, new data frame, new df, and then say now I want to filter out the data. Filter out the data, and I want to get a new table, right? So that new table is going to be again a data frame. So inside of this, I want to have the filter logic. So I'll say pf of what is my column name? My column name is age, right? If you go to inside of this CSV file, you can see your column name is age, or you can see from here also this is showing you this column name is age. So that's why I'm taking age. And what is the condition? I want to check the condition is greater or equals 30. That's it. Now let me print this new div. So I'll say print and then say new div, right? So if you print it now, it will print only the users whose age is greater than or equals 30. If I run this code now, let me clear it out and then I'm running it. Then see, it is printing me the users list of users whose age is greater than 30. So there, this is how you can filter your data. You can filter the names starting with R, starting with something, content something, right? So in that case, you can filter out your data by using pandas library. So that's how pandas library is going to be very, very useful for the data analytics works. If you wanted to know more on pandas libraries or anything, let me know in the comment box. I'll be happy to create videos for you. Thank you guys.